Have you ever wanted to build a landing page but you don't know where to start from? Well, in this video, I'll show you how to build a well-structured landing page and also share some tips and tricks on how you can turn your website visitors into potential customers. So let's get started. And here I have the Figma file of a well-structured landing page. So I'll just go through each and every section. So the first thing is the navigation menu. Now this simply consists of your logo and other links which will redirect users to other parts of the site. And then lastly, you have your call to action button. Now this is just a way to encourage users to perform a desired action on your site, whether it be signing up for an offer or clicking to make a purchase on a product or offer. Now for this, you don't really have to do much. You just have to keep it simple. Shouldn't put a lot of links here. 4 to 6 links should do it. But for the call to action, you want to differentiate its design from the rest of the links, like having it stand out and highlighting it. And so the next section is the hero section. Now this is the first page website visitors will see once they come to your site, and the information you put here will determine how long they stay on your site or if they will go somewhere else. So yeah, you have to use clear and precise language. So the first part is the headline. Right here, you want to clearly state your offer and value of your website, and you want to make it bold so they can clearly see what you offer once they come to your site. And for the next part is the subheadline. Now right here, you're going to provide a little bit more detail about your service or products to the website visitors and explain how we can solve their individual problems. And for the next part, which is the call to action and the social proof. Now for the call to action, what you want to do is use specific keywords, not just bland ones like buy now or get started. You want to use specific keywords that will direct the user to perform a specific action. For example, if you run a consultation business, you won't just see get started. Rather, you should use words like book a call or start a consultation. When you use keywords like this, it makes it more action worded to allow the visitors to perform a specific action. And so the next part is social proof. Now this is the part where you add testimonials, reviews of other website visitors who have used your product or service to make it believable, to show that yes, this has worked for others and so it can work for you too. And the last part of the hero section is adding a visual. Now it could be an image or video or even like a demo video to explain your service or product. Now video will obviously be the best way to increase conversions, because I think most people don't read, they just skim through the site, and a video will be more helpful to explain what you offer. Now on to the next section. Right here you see how this text is a hook for visitors to keep scrolling. Now to ensure that your website visitors keep scrolling, you can add a little bit additional detail right below the hero section. It could be more testimonials or another heading, just anything that will ensure that yes, they are interested in your offer and they keep scrolling. And when they scroll down, they go into the next part of the landing page, which is the future section. And now the future section is the section of the landing page where you highlight the advantages that the user or your customers will get once they choose your particular product or service. Now when listing this out, it's important that you use language that will explain the benefits of what they gain, not really much about your product, but what the visitors will gain once they decide to go with your product or service. Now this can just list, I think best will just be 2 to 3 features, just to keep it concise. And for the next section will be the benefits. And this is the section where you can go a little bit more in details about the benefits of your product or service. And now to do this is just simply a left and right column grid where you have the benefits listed out here, and of course a high quality visual. This could be an image or video, or maybe even an animated video, just to get the idea of what you offer. And then you still have more, just left to right column. Now there are different variations you can use to achieve this, not just the right and left column. There are other ways, but this is just, I think, the most common ones you find on websites. And for the next section is more social proof. Now this is where you have testimonials or reviews of people who have used your products. And now for this, you want to get reviews or testimony that clearly explain what the user gained from using your product or service, so that it can at least be relatable to other people. So once they see it, they can understand how the value that you provide to users. Now another thing you can add to your testimonial section is of course videos from your users, because videos resonate with people better once they're able to see someone live explaining how your product or offer has helped them. Now I know getting videos can be hard from users due to technical difficulties and maybe the customer's willingness, but it depends on the relation you've built with them and how willing they are to get you the videos. But if you're not able to get them, I think text will just do fine. And so for the next section, which is the pricing section. Now this depends on the model of your business. If you have a pricing system, or maybe you like to do custom pricing. But if you do have a pricing system, you can obviously use this. Now for these pricing items, you notice that there are 3. And each item has its price, its feature, and so forth. Now this will just offer a little bit of transparency to the website visitors and enable them to choose a plan that best aligns with their budget and requirements. Now you may be asking, why 3 items? Now this is simply just a web design psychology hack, because once people are given 3 options, they mostly go for the one in the middle. And right here in the middle, you can pick the best plan, the best option that you have. And just for extra measures, you can see I just styled this little bit so that they can differentiate from these 2 items. So the users or visitors can know that the one in the middle is the best option, the best price that you have to offer. And so for the next section is the FAQ section, which stands for, frequently asked questions. Now this section is simply just to handle objections or reservations the visitors might have. Coming to the site, they might not get the full information that they need, and they may still have further questions that need to be answered. This just helps to provide clarity on your product or service and to build more trust with the website visitors. And now for the last section will be the last call to action. Now since the users have been able to scroll this far on your landing page, it means they are obviously interested in the product or offer that you have. And so this is just a way to remind them to take action on it. And so for the other part is the contact us section. This is just a way for them to easily reach out to you. And now for this, you just want to keep it short and precise. Nothing too much, just the name, email, and a message. And finally, we have the footer section. And now the footer section is mostly overlooked in landing pages, but it does serve an important purpose. The first being as like a second navigation menu, where you can add multiple links to sections of your sites, and you can even add social media links. And the other being that the footer, it serves as a way to rank on search engines. Once you add relevant links and description to your footer, you could tell search engines more about your site, which could boost your conversion rates and lead to higher rankings. And that's how you can build a well-structured landing page. Now, I'll show you an example of a page that I designed using Wix Studio, which follows this same format. Alright, here I'll go over to Wix Studio. You can see it follows the same format. We have the logo, the navigation links, and of course the call to action, which is to register for this app. Alright, here you have the hero section. You have your heading the heading, the subheading, and of course call to action and more social proof. And here we have the high quality visual, which is an image. And if I keep scrolling down, you can see how it still follows the format of the landing page structure. We have the benefits here, more benefits, and the testimonial section, and then the pricing plan, the 3-tier pricing plan, where the middle section is of course the best plan, and then the FAQ section, and of course the call to action, and lastly the footer. And once you're done building a landing page, you also want to ensure that the landing page is mobile responsive. And this is due to the fact that 50% of all web traffic comes from mobile devices. And in most cases, your website visitor will be on a mobile device. And you have to ensure that it is responsive on that layout. Because if it's not, it might turn them away from your site. And the final thing that you can do to ensure that your landing page turns visitors into customers is to perform A/B testing. And what this simply means is testing your site regularly, because sometimes it could be that you don't have the right headline, or that the buttons are too small, or that you need to add a little bit more social proof. You never know until you try, because in reality there isn't really a perfect landing page, and there will always be room for improvements. And once you test out your landing page, you'll be able to find out what works and what doesn't work. So that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you need help building your own landing page, you can book a call with me in the description down below. And that's it for the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.